President Trump has signaled that the 10-day-old military campaign in the Middle East could be nearing conclusion as Iran is moving to solidify its leadership under new and highly controversial supreme leader, what's his name? Mojtaba Khamenei. Yes, that's a good way to pronounce it. Mojtaba. He sounds like a character from The Lion King, so you know that this guy's going to be powerful. Let's get a good look at him. CNN has a profile on this guy. He's, I'll describe him visually for you. So he's got this like tunic on, you know what I mean? And then he has the robe on top of that and all that. He has the Steve Jobs, like turtleneck underneath for some reason. And, he's got this, mixed salt and pepper beard, mostly pepper, but mostly salt, but a little bit of pepper around the mouth. Salt and pepper eyebrows that are very thick, by the way. Middle Eastern men always have very thick eyebrows. And then his turban, his towel head, he's got, he's clearly just got out of the shower. He's borrowed his girlfriend's head towel in order to dry his hair because he doesn't want to crimp those ends. So he's a smart baddie. He knows how to treat his hair. Let's get this profile on apparently the new supreme leader of Iran, who people are saying has not been seen yet. This 56-year-old second son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed during the wave of strikes February 28th. It marks the first time since the 1979 revolution that the supreme leadership has passed from father to son, a move many analysts see as a desperate attempt by the Revolutionary Guard to maintain continuity and order in their country. Let's get a little profile. Go.
Nearly 48 hours since being elected as Iran's next supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei is nowhere to be seen.
Because they're kind of smart, because they realize if he makes one public appearance, he will not be making it to Friday. He will not. It'll be over. Donald Trump is watching every video. He's like eating chips. He's like, I see him. Go. He's in Tehran right now. And then they're gonna flow the strikes down, and then that's gonna happen. Like, I don't understand why you think it benefits him in any way to reveal himself publicly. They killed a lot of his family, a lot of females in those drone strikes. And admittedly, I don't really give a fuck. It's not my country. It's not my family. Whatever. I'm being honest. I don't give a fuck. And also, I don't like him as a person, and I'm not a fan of his country or their religion, their practice, or any of their a lot of their culture bothers me, admittedly. Nothing, and if that bothers you, I'm sorry. Have you been to Iran? Do you love their culture? Are you deeply in love with the culture of Iran? Exactly. Continue.
No video address to supporters, not even a written statement from him or his office. State media leaned into old archival footage to introduce him, while propaganda networks presented their own AI-generated videos and images portraying this all-wise leader. In Tehran's Valley Asr Square mural, which often portrays state narratives, that now shows a younger Khamenei receiving the flag from his older slain father as the founder of the nation, Khomeini, watches on. It's a clear attempt to project this.
So they're on their third generation of supreme leaders. It's kind of like North Korea, where it started off with Kim Il-sung. If you're not aware of the history of North Korea, he lasted the longest. He then passed it on to Kim Jong-il, as many Gen Xers, millennials know from Team America, being, he was an iconic figure of the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, whatever. Kim Jong-il, everybody loved his haircut and his high shoes. He was like the first breakthrough. Not many people knew his father, Kim Il-sung. A lot of their grandparents knew him, but a lot of our parents' generation, the 30s to 40s to 50s crowd now, their first interpretation of North Korean real rulership was Kim Il-sung. Not Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il. God, I'm a retard. I got to keep my Korean names, you know what I mean? It's tough when they all sound the same because they put the fucking last name first. It bothers me. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that they are on their third gen. They are on Kim Jong-un. So they've caught up. They are younger than the nation of North Korea, but yet they're on their they're suddenly on the same level of like generation wise, whatever. I'm meandering. Continue.
Seamless handover of power, despite the contradiction of a father-to-son succession in a system born from a revolution against monarchy. One possible clue for his absence, state media are saying that he was injured in what is now being called the Ramadan Wars. That could explain the lack of video, though not really, that there was no written statement so far. But even though he remains unseen, the state...
Maybe they blew off his hand and he can't write.
Machine continues moving, and the public pledges of allegiance continue rolling in. Nearly 48
Public
hours.
pledges of allegiance. So how is that on the ground uprising that Donald Trump wanted going? You know what I mean? I'm just asking. I'm deeply curious. Speaking of which, 3 ships, they were struck in the Strait of Hormuz. If you don't know about this, they're doing it. Global energy markets remain in a high state of volatility. Trump's talk of ending the war early to cause oil prices to drop slightly from their $120 a barrel peak. They remain at historic highs as the Strait of Hormuz is effectively closed. Let's get an update on this.
New images near the Strait of Hormuz off Iran, where new attacks are now sending oil prices on another wild ride.
It does look beautiful. Can we not address the fact that these burning ships, you know, I don't care really about, I understand we're going to lose life. You do that in war, dummy. But what I'm trying to say is the images of war that we receive. You know what I mean? Like the iconic shot of a man kissing not his wife in Times Square. You know the ending of World War II, that iconic shot of like a sailor kissing a woman? That's not his wife. His wife is actually in the background of that shot. Anyways, whatever. It's an iconic shot. These moments, these beautiful shots. I want a picture of this burning ship from the Strait of Hormuz hanging in my living room. It's a kind of a beautiful shot. I think I see a guy jumping off the port bow.
Today, this is a Thai flagged ship, one of at least 3 vessels that have been
Who cares about the Thai? They let people come to their country to sleep with 14-year-olds.
struck today in that critical waterway. Thailand's Ministry of Transport says 20 crew members have been rescued. 3, though, remain unaccounted for.
Who cares?
I'm going to show you a map of the approximate locations of
Do you care? Exactly.
these attacks on ships today in the
So there's a ship on fire at the tip of the UAE area right over here. Bulk carrier and a cargo ship have been struck. The Strait of Hormuz is between the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf. If you're not very well aware of, I understand certain people, they're not always looking at a globe every 5 seconds.
Strait. A reminder, some 20 million barrels of fuel a day move through this critical shipping route, and it is clearly, effectively remains shut down because of this very real threat. Let's get right to Paula Hancock's live in Abu Dhabi for the latest on this. What are you hearing here?
I love Middle Eastern city names. Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi. It's like they're not even trying to not sound like a cartoon.
Here.
Can you talk,
Okay, we
please?
just heard from the UK Maritime Agency, and they say that as of now, they believe that about 13 vessels have been impacted since this war started. Now, you mentioned that Thai-flagged ship. We have some more information on that as well from authorities. They said that there was an explosion at the stern and then a fire broke out in the engine room. Now, this is believed to be where those 3 missing sailors were on duty at the time. So 20 rescued by the Omani Navy. We know that the captain told the crew to evacuate. They got in lifeboats.
Thank you, Omani Navy. The president has issued a final warning, a severe warning to the new leadership in Tehran if they attempt anything cute to block. I love that he's so fun. I hate how fun he is. Don't you hate when someone that is like inarguably a rude, nasty person is really fucking funny? Like, I'm sorry, it makes these people charming, it makes them an Archie Bunker, and I think that if you have comedy on your side, you can never be a bad person. That's a great line that will never age poorly. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, if they attempt anything cute to block the flow of oil, global oil, the United States will respond with 20 times harder than what has been issued so far. For now, the world waits to see if war is truly entering its final act, or if the rise of the new Khamenei signals a long-term escalation. A lot of people say he's entering his villain arc. A lot of people say, look, you blew up his mother, you blew up his sister, you killed a lot of his family members, quite frankly. It's disgusting what we did to him. And people say he's out for blood right now, and I'd actually think that that's one of the most accurate reads that I'm hearing from the Middle East. A lot of these experts, they'd agree with me, and whether or not you agree with me, you don't have to. You don't have to, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to. It's gonna be a brief excursion, hopefully. We'll see.